last time. I turned it way down, so I'm gonna actually turn it back up. About to here. Hopefully that's not gonna be terrifyingly loud. I'm gonna turn the effect volume. I'm gonna drop it through the floor this episode, just so that you really get the voices, and I can kind of we call it keep the we call it. There we go. Okay, I can have an unashamedly high voice volume. Let's go here, or at least ambience. It's just effects are gonna be far too loud. So unfortunately, if you don't hear footsteps or stuff like that, that's just so that when I can still talk. Oh, we got without the we call it drowning us out. So we're gonna continue on with our quest. I think we have to go somewhere around this way to collect archaeological fragments. I guess from somewhere. I've been spoiled by playing BDO lately because I'm expecting a path marker. I forgot there's not path markers. I don't think. I don't know. But there you go. But generally, if you follow the normal paths, you're not gonna have much trouble in this game anyway. There you go. There's something over here. This is to recover the explosives, so it should be over here, but I just don't know where. Let's just get this guy. let's just take it. Let's just start attacking people. We'll find out eventually. It's like we're just gonna do the Darth Vader method of where's the rebel plans and just kill everybody we can find until we figure out how it works. Oop, I don't think this guy had anything to do with it, but I'm getting tons of Kimball approval from attacking this guy. I'm talking tons. I don't know what we did, but he likes us a lot for it. Like every time we move, we're getting Kimball approval. You okay, Kimball? Okay, so let's go ahead and think. Okay, from the... I think maybe it's from down there. Maybe that's why... Okay, I think that's what it is. I think it's down there. So we have to go down. And there's an elevator over there. So we have to use our context clues. We have to navigate ourselves. There is actually a game, I wish I remembered the name, where you actually have to draw your own map. I think that, honestly, there's two different types. There's games in which you navigate. You really navigate... Well, I guess you could say there's three. There's the game where it doesn't tell you where anything is, and you have to find it all yourself, and it's exploration. Love that, right? And then you also have the game where you have games where they're kind of like this, where there's someone in the middle. They tell you the general idea. They don't tell you how to get there or what's going to be on the way, right? So it's like half exploration, half exploration, and half a hint. They don't let you run around uselessly for a long period of time. They give you a general direction to go in, which is good. And also, like with quests, it tells you all the bonuses and stuff. It's not hidden from you, right? And then there's games where you have basically you can even auto run to an area, right? Which those are good for if you just wanted to play something real quick, or if the focus really isn't on the navigation. There could be exploration element to it, right, outside of questing, but then the quests aren't left up to exploration, and those tend to do if they're gonna have exploration, they have to have big worlds with no quests, or not no quests, but not quests aren't the only thing to do. If you have really big worlds, then you still gonna have exploration. Otherwise, it's fine if they don't care about exploration. But if you still want exploration in a game like that, you need big worlds. So I think that there's really a game out there for everybody for different, we'll call it different preferences in that regard. Yeah, Kimball is really liking us fighting these guys. I don't know what's going on, but he is absolutely tripping over himself. I don't remember if this being so getting so much approval before. I don't know if it's catching up or something, or if there's some kind of event going on. I wonder if there's some kind of event going on. I'm getting like a huge amount. Or maybe it's just, we'll see. Maybe I just had that turned off before. Oh, I'm not using any of my powers. There we go. I get so what do you call it, interested in using the lightsaber. Sometimes I run up even though I forget I'm the lightning guy. Juggernaut would be more running up with the lightsaber. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm coming through all right. Might have a little bit of a load. I think I am. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, so it's going to do that little bit of a loading screen. Anytime I check the actual stream, it's going like how it's coming through to you guys, it's gonna do a little bit of a load. So if you see that, know that I was just checking up to make sure that the game was still working. I want to help this person out. Jedi Hunter. But let's see if we can help them out a little bit. Stun. Didn't really even need the stun since they were kind of grappled. Oh no, what is... He's on heal right now. Current roll heal. I believe he can change to something else later. Oh no, he's healing! He's not... Okay, never mind. Hold on. I thought he was getting affection, right? He's healing. I don't normally have... I've played Inquisitor before, but I don't think I was used to him healing me. I think I was pretty sure I set him to a tank. I'm pretty sure he could get set to a tank. I always keep thinking that's an affection bar. These are the green. Yeah, he's healing. He's healing us. And it's just telling me who he's, what do you call it? Who he's healing. I might even turn off some of these, what do you call it? Overlays. These, what do you call it? Just to give them more cinematic kind of experience. So you can kind of see the fighting and less numbers on the screen. Unless you guys like that. Let's see. But yeah, I was getting that confused with affection. The amity system from BDO is from Black Desert Online has been giving me nightmares. I like it, but at the same time, it's like I like it, but the amity stores scare me. When you have to spin, it's like a relationship mechanic, where you have to spin basically how much people like you. There's some similarities with a lot of MMOs with NPCs of having affection to different people in the world, which is really cool, right? Whoop. We're constantly bringing up in chat. There you go. There you go. Let's shoot him. But the amity stores are something in that game, or where you basically are spending affection to basically get items. But some characters are really hard to get them to like you. so you can have. Ooh, we are. I think it's because I'm tapping something like enter or something like that. Oh, there's a bunch of people here. It's a busy day, I guess. There you go. Or a lot of people going on this quest, actually. Oh gosh, what's that? I'm guessing that's someone's mount. Oh, I think maybe it was a costume. I'll let them do that. I'll move on here. Because I don't think they're going to have much trouble with them. There's like 3 of them. Actually, it's a heroic area. So these guys are going to be a little harder than I thought. I don't think they're going to be... Oh, okay, maybe not. I was going to say, I don't think they're going to be that bad, and I'm just getting shot up. There we go. I'm just standing and taking it. There we go. I was waiting for that ability to cool down. There we go. Come on, force lightning him. There we go. Get all that. Also, if I can get something like an auto loot, I might change some of the settings so that in the future, I might. It depends. It depends. I might end up changing the settings to be where there's less cluttering at the screen, but we'll see. Is that saving face that is? Oh no, that's a transport. Hold on, that's a transport. I get okay. So we don't want to do that. We want to do this. Why? Yeah, we're tracking the wrong thing. We're going after the wrong quest here. We're going after a heroic quest. That's why there was a group down there. They're probably like, "What is this guy doing on his own?" Oh, let's go to this. There we go. Hello. Were you wanting to get off the elevator? Down there, or? Okay. Maybe he's coming up too. You good? Okay. Oh, he's just enjoying the elevator, I guess. Power to him. There we go. Search for clues. Slave cultists. There we go. You gotta shoot him. And let's do the AoE. Now that a bunch of them were caught, repelled in from, I guess, the trees. I was gonna say from the sky. Ooh, let's hit him. I love that if you finish them off with a lightsaber, though, you do get like a little thing where you basically baseball bat them in the stomach and then smack them down, which is really cool. But then the more I think about it, I'm like, if it was a lightsaber, you'd have cut that guy in half, right? And then when you batted him down, you would have decapitated him. So I don't know if you would have been knocked back. You would have just been cut in half with the first hit. I guess because they know they can't have people get cut in half, they basically treat it like a really, really burny baseball bat. It's like in kid shows, or I shouldn't say in kid shows, but because it was kids kids versions of like X-Men or stuff like that. When you're watching cartoons, it's hard to say. They're more like more directed toward teens, I guess. But when you're watching, if you ever watch like the old X-Men or like all the cartoons, right? All like the X-Men cartoons or a lot of cartoons, but then they had characters from that were in comics, but then some had like things where they cut people up. Like for example, Wolverine never ever got any success in those things because
you are not the initiate. You are Sith. You honor us with your presence, mighty lord. Welcome to our prison.
You could say you're creepy. Who are you?
What is this? Are you the one behind the killings?
I am Traga Unvor, leader of the Unchained. I am master of my hatred. When the other slaves broke free, I laughed. Like you, I knew their escape was a delusion, for only Sith possess true freedom.
Well, we could bring it up, yeah.
I was a slave myself, before I became Sith.
Yes, mighty one. Then you do understand. I saw a chance to prove myself. I culled weak from strong. I began to kill and to teach. I showed slaves freedom through bloodshed. Now my followers and I are the masters here. And soon, we will become Sith ourselves.
You may have potential, but are you strong in the Force?
My strength is in my fists, but the Force has guided me here. And it has guided you. Now you can spread word of us to the Empire. Your strength is great. With your approval, we shall serve. Carry our message of allegiance to your masters, and we will become the new face of the Empire. We will be champions of the dark side.
Now remember, we're playing diplomatic Sith. We want all the allies, whether we have to be good to get it or bad to get it. And this is, hey, free bunch of troopers to help us out. Definitely.
The Empire will hear your message.
As it should be. Take this datapad, my plea to the Sith Lords. For now, I am not ready to leave the Colossus. With every kill, I feel my power grow. And there are many slaves who may yet join me. But soon, we will all be ready. We will await word from the Empire.
We can say you're still crazy here. Good luck.
I wish you well.
Farewell for now. We return to the shadows.
I'm gonna check the sound. It was maybe a little loud. I don't know if it was a little loud. I'm turning it down a little bit. Just a little bit. Not sure if that was a little loud. But that was our first test with the change settings, so. Tricky part is in an MMO, I can't just kind of save and test it. We call it, because if I talk to someone, we call it miss some story. But basically, that's what it reminds me of. Kind of like how we call it, you can't have people getting, we call it Wolverine or stuff like that, cutting someone apart in a cartoon. So every time it was robot, if you ever cut something up, it was robots. It was only robots. If there weren't robots, you knew Wolverine just wasn't going to be involved in the cartoons, or he just wasn't going to use the thing. So that's what it reminds me of. The kind of how the lightsabers are kind of used in this game. They kind of remind me of like kind of that middle area of where you start getting into like that kind of middle PG, like somewhere between G and PG, where you can kind of start getting people getting messed up. but in this case, it's not because I think it's not necessarily because of rating. I think it's more so because of just making all the models of everything cut up would just be really, really
It's good to see you back.
difficult.
I knew those slaves couldn't hold their own against you. I take it you managed to track down one of the murderers. What's their story? Can we use them?
Here. Your answer is on this datapad.
This is madness. They're serious. Slaves who think they can become Sith.
Oh, we got an answer for that one. Hold on.
A slave can become Sith. Never forget that.
Yes, as you say. I'll inform command. I'm not actually authorized to speak with Sith Lords on the blockade, but I'll make sure they know too. It's been an honor working with you. I hope we meet again.
Okay, so I just realized his last name is Shy. So it's like it just makes me think of like whenever I see like that, I was like, if the character was shy behaviorally, it'd be kind of just really funny. But I guess it wasn't really. Didn't meet up with it. I didn't unless I'm misspelling his name or mispronouncing his name. I always find it funny in last names that are words or word names that are words too, if they come up in relevance. Like it's funny in anything like you'll notice like one of the funniest things to me I think is a dog named Dog. It's just hilarious to me. That's where like Wasteland stuff or stuff like that are just really fun name wise because you just have characters that are just named kind of really direct and bluntly, and it's really funny that way. Or it's fun and it's kind of and it's some fun situations. I guess you could say it gets very punny, like with a lot of puns. You can make a lot of very, very easy puns. Let's see. So I don't think we don't need to go in here. This was all kind of extra stuff. So let's keep running. I think we're almost there. Let's just keep following the road. We should be getting close. Okay, we can get these guys, so because they're going to attack us probably. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's help out for some Force Storm. There we go. Where is... Okay, hold on. Recover the archaeological plans. That's what we need. We've been needing that. That was a side quest from earlier. If we want to get more story, then we need to do this. I think I can still fit them all in. Oh, yeah, okay. I still fit them all in that. I almost feel like I should make Force Storm 1 or 2 because I use it so frequently. Let's run up here. Oh, wow. I got a third person I didn't even realize was there. Okay, let's move out of that danger zone. But yeah, I think that in this game they're not doing it for rating's sake. I think it's the idea of making destructible models for every single possible NPC is just probably not really in the budget. Or most MMOs budgets. I can't think of an MMO in which you can actually knock off parts of any enemy. I don't know. I could be wrong. Like, something like I haven't played Vindictus before, and I wouldn't be surprised if Vindictus did. Ooh, oh boy, we're still doing that thing where we keep going into chat. Yeah. Let's lower that down.
Does this mean you found them? You found the archaeological plans?
They got a little dirty.
Hope there's not too much blood on them.
Oh, no. I've read much, much worse. Now, let me see. Ah, yes. How clever. There's a chamber hidden under the Colossus itself. I bet my complete collection of Nagasado's Yavin 4 writings that you'll find what we're looking for in this chamber.
Okay.
As you say.
There should be a hidden entrance near the Colossus. It looks like Scotia has an entire underground base. You're looking for a tablet. The tablet is the symbol of leadership of an obscure Trandoshan cult. The lizards believe it was a gift from their deity, the Scorekeeper. Scotia stole the tablet and uses it to exert control over his Trandoshan bodyguards. Give them their relic, and Scotia's power over his bodyguards will turn to vapor.
Ah, there we go.
You'll leave Scotia undefended.
Exactly. You have a sharp mind, apprentice. The plans suggest Scotia's apprentices guard this base. I don't doubt they hold the keys to acquiring the Trandoshan tablet. Best kill them all to be sure.
Inubis just nas jans, now mipan astana tods jans.
Okay, let's continue on. So we basically are we're basically gonna make all his bodyguards abandon him in the face of battle. That's basically what we're getting here. We're gonna have to make him lose his backup. Meanwhile, we're gonna come in there with Kim Vol, and he's gonna like clothesline him or something. That would be hilarious. I'd love that to happen. I played Inquisitor a while back. I don't remember something like that happening. I so hope that does happen. I played like years ago, so a lot of stuff is still really, really fresh to me. So, yeah, and I played, I think, a Shadow. Played a Shadow as the Inquisitor, and I think I did a Soldier as well. But, whoop, there you go. Oh, there's a cave here. Okay, whoop. Let's keep running. So, Kim Vol, you like caves? Kind of empty in here because I was kind of expecting a lot of enemies. Okay, there we go. It's funny because these things here make me think of the things out of the episode 1. The little things, you look, they turn red. Or, well, I guess they didn't turn red then. But the, the ones that you're not supposed to go into are red. Oh, this is nice looking. I will have to say, one thing I do like about doing Imperial stuff in this game is I just love the aesthetic of all the Empire kind of stuff, because it's very, very like very sci-fi, traditional sci-fi, kind of classic sci-fi. The sharp angles, the neon lights like you see on the ground, right? Not homey, like not homey at all. Whereas, like, you know, the Republic stuff is more like it's like trying to be like a home, kind of friendly looking, kind of rounded and stuff like that. Everything in the Empire is just really, really like function. Like, it looks like it's for function, but like in reality, it's like, hey, we came in here with the safety crew and we had like 5 people come in here and trip. The poor lighting has led to multiple cases of eye strain. We don't have to replace all this lighting. There's inappropriate lighting. Are these guys working with consoles? They're having to work with numbers and like, what's this lighting? Is this fluorescent? Is this fluorescent? This is barely fluorescent. Look at how high that roof is. Just too far. This is inappropriate lighting. There's a step here, and this step is not appropriately marked. I do not see a yellow marking. Like, you basically, like in real life, this just couldn't exist, unfortunately. I guess fortunately and unfortunately. As cool as it looks, it would probably not be the safest thing around. But then again, in a universe in which you're basically shooting, having people shooting lightning at people and swinging basically extremely burny baseball bats at each other, you're not. The last thing you're probably worried about is there we go. Stab him. Let's take that stuff. The last thing you're probably worried about. Destroy the. We need to destroy all the security monitoring stuff. I think we've not been paying attention to destroying the stuff. We need to destroy it right here. I don't think I can shoot that. Or can I? I would, but I don't think I can. Oh, there you go. Yeah, we can. I just have to right-click it. I was wondering because we don't have a, we call it, a blaster with this character, so I wasn't sure if we would have an ability to, because I don't think we could target it with any of our abilities. There we go. Whoop! Back in there. I think it's because whenever we start looting stuff and start trying to type. Oh, it's above us. It's above us. That's what's going on. I was kind of confused, but we got it there. I mean, they got handrails. That is true. They do have handrails. So they're not entirely, I call it, out of code. They're not entirely, we'll call it, unsafe. But the lighting is insufficient, to say the least. Like, imagine having to work in, like, a dark, dank environment. Or I guess maybe not dank. Or maybe cold. Like, I don't know exactly what the atmosphere in here would be. But I imagine it's not very well, well heated. I guess because it's a very open space, and I don't see any ventilation. I'm assuming that they're just taking air from the outside, from the cave. I mean, there's gonna be a serious draft from the cave entrance, the cave mouth, and everyone in the back is gonna either be chilly, depending on, or just really, really warm. I guess, especially if you got a lot of computers in here, it's probably chilly. Would be my guess. Whoop. And let's destroy this. Uh-oh. Oh, we're disabling it, not destroying it. There we go. Let me check to make sure we're still coming through alright, because I know we still had some trouble. There we go. Yeah, we're coming through alright. We still have to beat a bunch of the bunker forces. There we go. Kind of wish there was a way of checking the... There probably is. There's probably a way. Oh, it's called dual screens, probably. If I did the whole dual screen setup. But this just so you know, you don't need a great setup to work hot. To do what you want to do. Sometimes you just need persistence, because I think I've done every stream I've done on a laptop, including this one. Right now I'm on a laptop. So don't let anyone tell you gotta have a huge setup. Now, now for some of you out there, like, that makes sense. That explains why some of this stuff sucks. But for other one of you, the ones who don't want to judge it, you don't need a huge setup. I forgot I could just use tab. That makes things so much easier. Just run, press buttons, tab. There we go. I want to press 6, thank you. Now you have to kind of use the mouse. Here we go, that. Oh, it's because I'm pressing E. Not E. I'm pressing R. Is that E? Oh, because I think I'm gonna loot with E. That's what's going on. I keep pressing E, thinking I'm gonna loot with E. That's what it is. I found that I do a lot more MMOs these days, but I don't do like always. I'm super social, weirdly enough. So I do a lot of story-based MMOs. A lot of them are just, I guess it's because a lot of them are still around, and you feel like they're still getting attention. Because sometimes you miss out on games just by timing and stuff like that, or you come back to them. But like sometimes with single player games, they just don't have like enough about them, and they're a little bit too linear, right? And so you're like, I already like I love Skyrim. I played Skyrim a lot. Now, if you want to hear my hilarious Skyrim story, first I got Skyrim day one, right? Day one I got it. And I was so excited. Had the same little tiny screen. Okay, so I played Oblivion on a tiny screen. I'm talking like this thing was maybe like 12 inches or less across, maybe like 11 by 11 screen. And like, have you ever seen the screens where they have that really big back? Like they look like the old kind of TVs where you had to press the button on them. Like they had like almost like a VCR. Like if you saw the screen, you go, oh, it has a VCR attached to it, probably. Like this is an old screen, and somehow but I could get it to work, right? It was new enough. It was somewhere in between to where I could still get it to work with all this stuff, right? And I played Oblivion totally on it, and Oblivion looked great because of how low resolution the screen was. To me, it was like every other game. So a lot of people talked about like kind of having pudding, like the characters that had kind of like pudding faces. Like where they were kind of, I know some people who played Sims had a similar statement about the Sims 3, I think. That they kind of looked a little, or Sims 3 or 4, I don't remember which one that they mentioned had kind of pudding faces. I don't remember. Like the characters kind of looked like clay. A little bit. But the thing is that the thing is I loved Oblivion. I was so excited. First day I got on to play Skyrim, in the carriage, right when you pull up into that thing. So one of the carriages stopped, but then another one behind it continued and started running up on the back of the other one and going insane. It's going insane. He was like wiggling like crazy, right? And it was just going nuts, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? What's happening? Oh, no. And the one guy's talking to me, the Nord guy's talking to me, and he's like looking at me, and he goes, well, I guess it's time. And the carriage driver that was flipping around is flying through where we are. I can't move. I can't get up. We start going up it was I had to restart the game. It was day one, and that was my experience with Skyrim. And I was like, so this is going to be a totally different experience. So, loved it, though, after that. But I just could never... after playing... I never finished the story... I finished the storyline of Oblivion. Never finished the storyline of Skyrim. I finished all, like, the guild quests, because I love the guild quests from Oblivion. So I wanted to do the guild quests, like all the, like, groups you can join quests from, hold on, I think we skipped one. We did skip one. I did all the stuff from, what was it? Because the Mages Guild, I did that quest maybe 100 times back when it was, we left some loot. Let's go pick up his pockets. Let's pick some pockets. There we go. We're in Dark Squish's bunker? That's where this is? Okay, I missed that part. I didn't realize we were actually raiding his house. Okay. This totally makes this seem a lot funnier. Destroy your personal computer. There we go. We just destroyed his streaming setup. He won't be able to stream. There we go. Run like a mischievous little Sith with the lightsaber on. It's like, don't run with scissors open. But either way, that was my experience with Skyrim. My first experience. But I loved the game, but I played like with Oblivion. I played the heck out of it. I played it to death. Like I loved the Sheogorath like quest line in that. Everything about the Sheogorath Isles I really liked. I spent a lot of time there too. I played Morrowind when I was a kid too, but I never really. I was in that weird age group where I was too young at the time to really get all the time I wanted with it. And so I never really, so Morrowind is something I might one day actually try to go back to. But I loved all the Elder Scroll games. So, but Skyrim has a special place for being weird, but Oblivion has a special place for being honestly my favorite. I know that seems like heresy, but to me that was my favorite because it's the first one I played. Also, I never had that many issues with it bug-wise, and the Sheogorath, the Shivering Isles, was just, what do you call it, one of my favorite DLCs in any game. One of my favorite DLCs. That and between that and Mass Effect, that was like my childhood. Which Mass Effect has a fun story too, but well, actually that's kind of related because this is BioWare here. Mass Effect has a funny story where I loved Mass Effect. I loved Mass Effect 1 to death, right? Played Mass Effect 2, but then I think I may have said the story before. But then they got to the last quest, right? Got to the last, you have to do the loyalty quests. So it was really late at night, and my brother was one. My brother's one to watch the ending, right? He's like, well, I want to be gone all day tomorrow, so why don't let's just see the ending, right? And to me, I have a hard time going back in games, right? Oh, is that Lord Agatha? I wonder if he's gonna say something to me. Or he's gonna. Should we poke him? Here, let's throw this on ourselves. Agatha? Agatha, you there? Agatha? I'm gonna shock him. I'm gonna shock him out of nowhere. There we go. Let's shoot some lightning. I can't. Okay, can't shoot lightning. There we go. Let's stun him. But he was wanting to see the last quest, so I'm like, okay, sure, let's do it. Didn't do a lot of the loyalty quests, just was gonna swing it, right, just to see what happens. But I have a hard time going back if I were caught. If I know what's gonna happen. If it's like something I knew about, like so basically all my favorite characters end up dying, right? Most of my favorite characters I disliked the most live, right? The only character I liked that lived was Tally and Grunt. Those are the only, and because I don't think Rex is with you then. Because I loved all the alien characters in all the Mass Effect games. I loved all the, like the Solarian, I loved them. I loved all the alien characters. The human characters were the least. Oh, here we go. Oh, he just got right back up. Oh, there he goes. And he's back down. Okay, never mind. That was going to be a problem, but I guess not. Purple might be a neat lightsaber to use. Because I noticed they started having Siths with that. And considering we kind of do like a neutral kind of style, that would be a neat kind of thing to use. Purple. Also the lightning, considering the lightning's purple. Even though red's so iconic for Sith. But either way, so basically still skidded by, but then the thing is I just couldn't go back knowing what like the right answers were. So I moved into Mass Effect 3 just dejected. I loved the multiplayer of Mass Effect 3 and I played Andromeda's multiplayer. Barely played Andromeda's story because I know a lot of people had some trouble with issues with it. I didn't really have that much of issues with graphics because I came from basically having to play the old-fashioned Rome Total War with an exercise bike hooked to the side. With me and my brother would alternate on who's playing while the other one's on the exercise bike trying to keep the computer from overheating. Like we did not have, we've never had the setup, the big setup. Well, later on we got to use different family members' setups, right? As we grew, and they had better setups, but we never those were the days. Playing Rome Total War, we're caught with that hooked up. But we're caught with exercise bike hooked up. And playing as, like, it was just hilarious to do, like, with, like, the chariots. And then, like, there was, like, I think they were the Britons or something like that. They would throw heads that were dipped in lye. They'd toss them as a ranged weapon. So we'd do, like, battles where we're just tossing them, right? Or, or vice versa. I think that was later on. I think that was a later Rome Total War that had the chariots. That was a later one with the chariots with the scorpion, crossbows, right? But the head tossers were in like the earlier ones. But that was the day. Like those were some of the memories. But with BioWare games, I played KOTOR. Didn't end up playing KOTOR completion. Same reason with Morrowind. Just odd age group at the time. Just not really. Didn't have the time at that time in my life to really invest into live activities. But we call it into a lot other than pretty much we call it just what I was doing at the time. But loved KOTOR though. got to the jury trial on like when you're talking to when you're on Manon, or call it when you're on Manon. I would have run back. You know, I could teleport back, but I would have run back, so you guys can see. And it feels more appropriate. Gives us some time to talk. We'll call and see kind of where we were. Unless we have to fight enemies. If we have to fight enemies on the way back, I'll switch out of it. Actually, you know what? Let's go skills. Let's crew skills. It's in the skill list, right? Abilities, general, quick travel. There we go. I don't really remember where they're gonna be, so I'm gonna just go with the entrance. You don't use it so often. But with the BioWare games, I really always liked the BioWare games. I like the stuff. I liked anything with like the stories and things could be different. And I wouldn't even play them multiple times. Like I know that people talk about replayability, but I just loved the fact that doing it the first time it could have gone different. And I think that's why I couldn't go back and do the Mass Effect again after that. What do you call it?
Destination.
Or redo the Mass Effect 2. Go back and do the loyalty missions in the Mass Effect 2 because I already knew, because I wanted to show what the ending looked like to my brother, that I already knew what was going to be important and stuff, and so, and since there's a lot of choices toward the end of Mass Effect 2 that you have to make too, so you know who not to use basically. So to me, I just couldn't go back and do the loyalty missions, even though I was going to do them initially. But I couldn't go back and do them because now that I knew that they were as important as they were. But you know, it got a different story. I did like that there was a different story, but I never finished Mass Effect 3 because a lot of people said that Mass Effect didn't like Mass Effect 3's ending, and I still don't know much about it because I just couldn't take it after the heartbreak. After the heartbreak of the second one of skipping over the loyalty quest. I had to take a break from it, especially since there's some really one of the few people that survived was Thane, and Thane's dying of cancer or like space cancer or whatever he has. He has a thing where he's dying. I don't know if it's cancer, but that when I was a kid, that's basically what I assumed it was. You know? I associated it with. So I was like, it was just too much. I had to go back. But I do love games where they can be different, and I appreciate MMOs when they feel like they can take that risk and actually
The dark side swells within you.
and actually have variable storylines or story
I
plots,
sense you will go far.
because it just adds so much to it, especially in MMOs where you can't go back and you just make a new character. There is some good with that. However, that just makes some issues really bad. Like if you say something that you didn't mean to say, then you're like, well, I guess I gotta change my level 50 character and start a new one. No, every choice I made up to there changed. So it keeps you honest, but at the same time, you gotta be real clear with what your choices say, because otherwise, you could make a doozy.
I've recovered the Trandoshan relic.
Then we've both had success in our endeavors. But the Trandoshan bodyguards are only part of Scotia's defense. His greatest weakness is that he's mostly machine. The rogue Sith Lord, Grathan, is holding a cyborg expert named Deodorous captive. He has developed a neutralizer for me, the kind that should destroy Scotia's cyborg elements. Find Doracek, get him to tell you where the neutralizer is, and then silence him.
Just reading his name, it kind of looks like a company name, doesn't it? It looks like it's like Durosec or Durotsec, like sector or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know why. Okay, we're kind of a diplomatic person.
Of course, my master.
Grathan's estate is in the jungle. Interrogate the scientist. With any luck, Scotia will soon be out of our way. And then we'll be free to pursue Tulak Horde's lost power as we please.
Ustaitnians an parana, rahitis ni aino.
Okay, let's go.
Baru Jamunja.
Oh, yeah, Kimball is starting to like us a little bit. Our influence rank went up with him. Okay, so where are we sitting in quest wise? So we're going to, where is that? I can't see until I leave. I think there's a way of looking at the map. Oop. I had the wrong key thing there. But the we call it I can't put them. I think it's R. No, not R. Oh, you can see what he's saying. Suno devour you, little. Okay, there you go, little Seth. So he's saying he's gonna eat me. Okay, good. I didn't know what he was saying. I was assuming he was saying good things. I'm like, yeah, you got him, Kimball. Yeah. Apparently, he's been dissing me behind my back the entire time, and giving me death threats. Is that what you? Oh, he was hiding behind that. You didn't like me saying. You didn't like the fact I figured you out, Kimball, huh? Also, he doesn't. I think he's gonna come. Where are you? Oh, there you go. He's keeping his distance. He knows what he did. He knows what he said.
Destination?
Let's go there. But that's why I like games like this and BDO, because I know that a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people skip over a lot of the story in Black Desert Online, but there's a lot of choices. I do like how this game, where it's way more apparent though that you're making a choice. Until you screw up a few things, you don't realize that you're making, like, besides crossroad choices in Black Desert, right? There's some choices like quest where like the spirit will come up and say, hey, no, you should do this instead, and you have to reject his quest to continue doing another quest, which is a little weird. I loved Black Desert Online as well, but I always thought that was a little weird. Apprentice Landaris. Hello. Look awesome. Look awesome. Look like, we'll call it the one guy, the guy who's on the cover of the game. Is that your level 17 gear? Is that level 27 gear? Okay, that's level 27 gear maybe. Looking cool. Alright. Let's see. We could have... we missed our bike, but we're going to run. We're going to leg it the entire time. We're going to say hello to the Yazook Bone Breakers there. But we call it the in Black Desert. I love the crossroads. The crossroads are big. Like some of the first crossroad, not so much. The second crossroad is a big choice. So the first one, don't worry too much about. Second one, big one. The one where like you choose like with the whole money dispute. If you play Black Desert Online, you know what I'm talking about. If you got to it, that's a big one. That's a big one compared to the two. Now, like most games, period, there is a thing where they come back around to where you have some similarities you have similarities at the end. There's no like something that's going to ruin your character one way or another. There's 3 choices in that one. Kind of like how this one has a kind of 3 choice things. So there, like, I'd say this game makes it clearer when you're making decisions by making you have variable like talking points, and also showing you with the, I do like that it shows you like whether someone's light side or dark side, to kind of let you know that you're doing something important right now, and you're not just skipping going 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. You know what I mean? Just constantly pressing ones. But I think that if I had to choose choice system, I would say I'd say that would be really great. Oh, I think I like this one's choice system a lot. I think I like kind of the BioWare choice system. I think that the crossroad thing, letting you know that this something is super important, could be something they could incorporate. But I feel like that would maybe destroy the surprise. I don't know. Because I feel like since there are so many choices in the game, I think it's important for BDO to have that crossroad thing, because you basically don't make a lot of choices. So when you have to make a choice, it's got to be really, really important because otherwise you might not be expecting to make a choice. But in this game, you're making choices quite a bit. And it's just, this ended up mattering later on. That's kind of cool. So you kind of find out later on. So I like that. I like that model. I think both of them do well in their own way. But don't discount the story of BDO because I was doing that unfortunately early on. And now I'm like, oh wow, actually some of this stuff's pretty cool. I mean, some people like it, some people don't. I think I like. If you want to know kind of the way I went with, if you play BDO and you kind of lean toward always going, hey, I want to know their side of the story, right? I think that to me was a really fun experience. But that's just me. But like that's kind of how I play in this game, or any game with like choices. Is I just want to find out as much of the lore as possible through dialogue. Because I just love dialogue in games. And that the whole thing with a silent protagonist, to me, it doesn't matter one way or the other. However, I do think that silent works better in some things. I think in some cases, especially if like you have a really big range. Like so for example, if your character is, let's say, always like Solid Snake from Metal Gear, right? It doesn't make sense to have a silent protagonist that much because, you know, he's already somebody, so he can have his voice. But if it's someone you customize, it can be weird because their voice cannot fit who they are. If that makes sense, you can make a character whose voice is just really, really weird for that. So I don't know. I feel like it works okay in this because you kind of have cultural kind of voices. Like the Empire's always depicted as kind of having that British accent, and the what do you call it? And the Republic often kind of has. My guess is it's hard to tell because I don't know if I have this accent, but I'm thinking the Republic kind of has an American accent. The Rebels in the Republic has kind of an American accent. I don't know because I can't tell because I've never caught. As someone who probably has that accent, I don't know. But I have my younger I have a younger brother who travels a lot, and he tells me that we definitely have an accent to people. And he said that we sound buttery. I don't know what that means, but buttery. Like click below your health bar, your left ability icon, try advance. Okay, the plus below your health bar. Okay, let's check. I like that T sign, yeah, and try advanced. Okay. Imagine advanced. There we go. Oh, that's a lot nicer. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I have a force speed. I was running all that distance without force speed. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's coming back to this game from a while, from years ago. I totally forgot about a lot of that stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Steve Mario. Hope I'm saying the name right. It's not Steven Mario. I think it was Steve Mario, right? Yeah, Steve Mario. Thank you for that. Oop, we're getting back in. Alright, so we gotta run somewhere. Do we run past? Oh, okay, hold on. That is way further away. Unlock his chambers. Okay, we're gonna have to fly there. I don't know where.
Ready for departure.
How we're gonna get there any other way. Okay, hold on. Let's check the map. That's so far away.
Enjoy your stay.
Let's go there. Deodorous is a very hard guy to reach. I'm gonna use this moment to check on the. There we go. Checking on the stream again. Whenever we check on the stream, it's gonna do this little load. But it doesn't matter when we're traveling, I guess. That's really cool. We got whirlwind, recklessness, static barrier. Got a bunch of stuff. So I have to keep that in mind. Non-player. Okay, I'm starting to. It's coming back to me. I think that this was something that I want to use a bit of. I'm not gonna really use the heal all that much, so I'm gonna throw the heal down here. I'm gonna throw that next to here, and move all these over a little bit. just because this is kind of a stun too. However, that's a stun that if we attack them, I remember it ends, right? Let's see. Any lightning ability, we probably want to move up. There we go. Because we're going to do better at lightning. And then recklessness. What does that do? 2 charges of recklessness, force critical chance. Let's think. And heals us. I'm going to hold off on that one.
It is rare for a slave to rise so far so fast. That takes a very clever sword. I am the apprentice and voice of Darth Charnas. I speak in his name, and I would bargain for your services.
I've never heard of any Darth Charnas.
My master prefers to remain in the shadows, but do not doubt his power, nor his ability to reward success. I speak for him. I require individuals capable of gaining prestige in a society weaned on secrecy and madness. Individuals who can earn respect, if not love. I need infiltrators to eliminate an enemy of the Sith. You would serve well.
What sort of enemy are you referring to?
Our enemy is the Order of Revan, a cult of fools hidden at every stratum of Imperial society. For years, the Revanite heretics have secretly recruited military officers, powerful Sith, wealthy mercenaries, anyone who can add to their power.
Heretic. I want to hear what...
What makes them heretics?
Instead of following the Emperor and his Dark Council, the Revanites follow a long-dead Sith Lord, tainted by Jedi ways. If you can uncover the Revanite leader's identity for us, my master will reveal him to the Dark Council. His destruction would be assured. All you have to do is join the cult. I can get you inside, but you must earn their trust.
I'm sure they'll take to me immediately.
The Revanites have a
We're
secret
diplomatic,
compound in
yeah?
the jungle. Take this token to the cultist at the entrance. He will initiate you. Earn an audience with their leader. When you have seen his face, return here, and you shall have your reward.
Alright. Oh, it's a story arc drawing cost. I don't know if that's... It may have been from the interface thing. But thank you guys for watching. We're going to probably leave it off here. This is around the time we typically head off. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for the tips. Thank you for the advanced UI tip. I do appreciate that because now we got some more options here. And I think... Hold on, let's throw this down here too. I'm going to throw Reckless. Oh, just healed myself. Or healed him. Let's throw Recklessness up there. Slide all this over. I want to leave this over here so that I know it's a movement speed thing. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for showing up. I had a lot of fun with this episode. Talked about a lot about we call it gaming history. Gaming history here. So hope you guys have enjoyed. Talk to you guys all later. All right, bye.